What's up, guys? Well, I decided last minute to jump into a tournament. This time it's not in Alabama, it's in Georgia on the Coosa River. It's actually my stomping grounds where I first got into pursuing trophy catfish and tournaments. First tournament I ever fished was out here, and I pretty well had quit coming out here and fishing because Georgia, their laws on fish are really lax versus Alabama, and kind of hard to come by out here. But if you can come out here and you can target fish and find fish, as hard as it has been in the past, it used to be really good out here, but it got really hard for whatever reason, whether it was overfishing or pollution, whatever the reason. Pretty much if you can come out here and locate fish and catch quality fish, you're doing pretty well. It should definitely boost your confidence, and this section of the river can be feast or famine, and hoping that like anybody fishing a tournament, hoping we can do something. Either way, I'm out here to have fun and be around other folks that enjoy the same thing I do. So stay tuned. We're gonna catch a tan or catch fish, maybe both. We'll see y'all. I'm gonna have to give a shout out to Mad Katz. I had ordered 3 rods, the old school cork handles, and they were out of stock and had not updated it on their website. So my order went through and everything, and then I got a text message from them letting me know that what I had ordered was out of stock, and I believe they called me also, but gave them a call back, and they apologized and explained to me the issue they had, and completely understandable. But they gave me the option of picking out 3 rods, whichever ones I wanted, and no extra charge. They sent them out right away. I was kind of expecting it to take a little bit longer to get to me, but got the 3 new rods and maybe gonna break them in, so we'll see what happens. These early hours of summer tournaments, honestly, I don't really put too much effort in getting on fish too early in the day. Not saying at all you can't find them, because you absolutely can. And I've caught fish in the hottest part of the days when it was just miserable. But what I do is I try to find an area that allows me to get rods out in the water and then also get bait. Now, I'm 30 feet from the bank. Used to be out here every weekend, all weekend long. We'd beach the boat, camp out on the bank, and back in the day we'd wear out some flatheads and some pretty good blues from time to time, but mainly a lot of flatheads, a lot of good flatheads. They're still out here, they're just gonna have to work. Now we're getting a little bit bigger. That was almost bad, but that joker, ow, that's a man right there. And I just hadn't made up my mind, hook him whole or make the most of him. Either way, I know the thoughts that I have for him anyhow. I reckon I'm about to pull up out of this spot and see if I can find something a little bit heavier with cover and a little bit more depth. So found old spot that's always been, you call it Old Faithful, but pretty much I went over it and marked a good one. Whether it's the species I'm after, I don't know, but it's the deepest hole in the area and nobody else has stopped here. And back in the day, this was the come-to spot. There was a log jam over on the other side of the river on a sandbank, and we would wear them out. I mean, I can remember the first time I actually came out to this river, and the first trophy fish I ever caught was just right over here. Fresh piece of bait it is. They come in handy. They come in handy. 3 different numbers. This is ridiculous. That's willow flies. I was scooping them off the boat by the handful, and good God. Bad idea. Alright, we got a few more hours left of this thing. It's been tough fishing. Oh my God. There's so many in the water. It is, I mean, wow. That is ridiculous. I have never seen that like that before. That is nuts. I mean, wow. Anywho, on to the next spot. Well, guys, there are so many willow flies out here that it it is ridiculous. I mean, I've got clear safety glasses that I'm wearing. I keep them in the boat regardless, but I'm scared to drive the boat without them on. I mean, I got hit in the forehead going down the river, and it hit me like somebody had thumped me in the forehead. It's stupid. I mean, you saw just a second ago the bow of my boat. I mean, and the cloud of willow flies around me in the water. It's I mean, I've got them on my legs. I've got them, you know, just, and I'm not weirded out by bugs and stuff, but it's just like, yeah, like, am I even gonna be able to eat my sandwich without eating a willow fly sandwich? You know, having them season it for me. I mean, for crying out loud, you know, just the things we deal with out here on the Catfish waters. Somebody's calling me. Still no fish, and somebody's calling me that's not even fishing the tournament, so. Anyways, I'm gonna get some rods baited up, and I'm probably gonna camp out here the rest of the tournament and see what happens. Maybe I'll get the skunk out of the boat. Well, I've had one good bite, and I believe it was a real good fish. I had a considerable sized cut bait thrown out, and I've just now gotten to where I can turn my lights on and see the line and everything. I was running the red light earlier and I couldn't see the line, but I got to watching one of my rods kind of, you know, it definitely had a fish on it, and I just couldn't see the line. Well, when I finally decided to crank down on it, my line was not way out behind the boat where I had thrown it. It was right here beside the boat. And the last little bit of movement that I watched on the rod before grabbing the handle, I guess, was the fish letting it go. I'm gonna reel them up and yeah, go see what everybody else caught. I didn't really put too much effort into trying to make it back on time. I mean, I don't even have any water in the live well. I had one bite. I had a fish coming up the channel pick up a big piece of cut bait, and came all the way up here beside the boat and dropped it. I couldn't turn my lights on because of the bugs, so all I saw was just a rod tip kind of just doing a little bumping, and I didn't realize my line was slack, or I would have been on top of that a whole lot sooner than I was. But I've enjoyed it. We'll take the good day. There's no bad days. It's all good. Getting to come out here and relax and hang out with some folks here in a little bit. It's all good. You can't win all of them. You can't, do good in all of them. You gotta take the skunk nights and days and just learn from it and see what you can do better or different the next time. But y'all hang out. I'll have some more videos coming up. We'll actually catch some fish.